I don't want anyone on security's bad side if it's just a misunderstanding. They can be tough on criminals down here.
Did you really think you could just walk off with that? Was there something else? Or...
Absolutely. I'm sure my mom would be proud to have the place featured in an article. What's up? She had one rule. No causing trouble. Everyone abided by it. Put their differences aside when they came through the door. You're kinda spacing out on me here. I knew I could count on him. He always handles this kind of thing fairly. Couldn't say. Heard she was pretty tight-lipped about what happened to her. Thanks so much. I saw them hanging out by the UC surplus earlier. Let me know what you find out, and we'll figure out what to do from there. I'm glad to hear it. Officer Endler's a pretty tough guy. I'm sure he'll scare those thieves off no problem.
What do you think you're doing?
I'd rather you didn't. I want to make sure I'm right about this before we go to security. For a minute, I thought you were going to start a fight. I'm glad that wasn't the case. I thought I heard them mention a robbery, but I'm not sure. They seem to know I'm onto them, so they stop talking about it when I'm around.
Put that back.
Thanks for nothing.
Help! Murder!
No real menus to speak of, but I'm happy to get you something. If folks are willing to pay a little to have someplace to feel safe and get a decent meal, well then, we'll sure take it. That's the kind of talk I kick people out for. Oh, sure thing. If you see her, tell her I hope she's better soon. And that she's welcome back for dinner anytime.
I can't believe you. I thought I made it clear I wanted security to handle this.
You and me both. I don't want my business associated with that kind of thing. Well, I wish you'd gone through Endler, but I do appreciate that you kept things peaceful.
Help! Someone's being attacked! Pickpocket! Stop!
After a few years of feeding so many mouths, we needed extra credits to stay afloat. Didn't mean for this to turn into a business, but here we are. So, how'd it go with Officer Endler?
I'll take that. Thank you.
You tell Sasha to get her butt in here as soon as she can. That girl doesn't eat enough. No, I don't want you to hurt them. They haven't even done anything wrong yet. Hello? Did I lose you?
Someone do something!
You should report this to Officer Endler at UC Security right away. He'll know what to do to stop them. Thanks. Let me know when you've made the report, okay?
What do you think you're doing?
Same as ever. I've lived in the well my whole life, and things have never really changed.
What are you doing?
Great. Let me know when the article comes out, will you? I'd like to read it. Why don't you come by when you have some spare time? And we'll talk it out. This isn't exactly how I saw things going, but I'm glad you were able to put a stop to the robbery. Don't take it personally. Endler's not usually one to trust strangers. That's why I told you to use my name if he gave you any trouble. My mom passed the place on to me when she decided to retire. Running it is my pride and joy. I've put everything I have into it. Sure thing. I'm glad to hear it. They'll think twice about trying anything with security in the area. They've been coming here almost every night for the last couple weeks. All they do is sit around and watch the UC surplus. Thanks for your help with this. I feel a lot better knowing security's on patrol down there. I have a bad feeling they might be planning something. Kay's house has a reputation as a safe place. I don't want to be associated with that kind of thing. Absolutely. I'm sure my mom would be proud to have the place featured in an article. What's up? Pretty sure she's still in med bay. And if she's not, she's going to be off her feet for a while, from what I hear. But I have to be sure they're up to something before I get the authorities involved. I don't want to get anyone on security's bad side for no reason. You can always count on people in the settled systems to have their own best interest at heart. Yeah, sure thing. I'm Theresa Mason, and this is my home. My mom's the Kay who founded Kay's house. I grew up here along with the business. It looks to me like they may be planning a robbery, but I haven't been able to prove it. They're smart enough not to talk about it while they're in here. We can decide what to do once we figure out if they're really up to something. That poor kid. Don't be too hard on him, okay? That's why Kay's house is so important. It's the one place people in the well feel safe. Be sure to put that in the article, okay? I'm really proud of it.
Things should never have ended like this.
Damn. I was hoping I had it wrong. Mom, that's Kay, gets all the credit. Started making sure people felt welcome back when I was just a kid. Would you? I'd really appreciate it. I saw them hanging around the UC surplus earlier today. They sure looked suspicious to me.
Oh my God!
If anyone's going to handle them, it should be security.
Hey, give that back!
As if. I know you didn't bother going to the office. Half of the well heard you fighting with those thieves in the street.
Someone help me!
The UC government promises to clean the place up every couple years, but there's still just as much crime and poverty as there was when I was a kid.
Hey, give that back!
Business is steady, as usual. We don't tolerate violence or disrespect. so a lot of folks like to spend time here. I'm grateful you stopped the robbery, but I'm not exactly happy with how things turned out.
Are you serious?
Everyone's welcome, so long as you keep your hands to yourself. Understand? No causing trouble in here. Try to be subtle about it, okay? It'll be easier if they don't know we're on to them. I'm glad you were able to talk him into it. You ever tracked down Sasha? Hope she's doing all right.
Hey, that isn't yours.
That was quick. How'd things go with Officer Endler? Yeah. You're welcome to some of whatever we've got cooking today. The only thing that's worrying me is a new group of customers I've seen hanging around lately. They've been watching the UC surplus store pretty closely. I assume so. Certainly haven't heard otherwise. She's a strong one. I'm sure she'll bounce back. I wish you'd gone through Endler, but at least you kept things peaceful. If you haven't, make sure you say hello to Mama. She likes checking in with everyone.
Help! I'm being attacked!
If we've got it, you're welcome to it. No shortage of hungry mouths to feed around here. Keeps us on our toes. Nothing else?
Don't try that again.
Honestly, I'd really appreciate that. I'd feel terrible if something happened and I hadn't done anything to try to stop it. Don't take it personal if I don't stop to chat. Lots to do, not nearly enough hands to do it all. Sasha? No. Haven't seen her in a little while now. Sort of. He's a regular customer, and I've reported crimes to him before. He's more fair-minded than most of the Wells security officers. They've been coming here regularly for the last couple weeks, and all they do is sit on the balcony and watch the UC surplus. I asked you to report the thieves, not take care of them. There's already too much violence in the well. Thanks again for your help. You should take this straight to Officer Endler at the security office. He'll look into it. Mm-hmm. Sure it did. I saw everything from the balcony. I know you didn't bother going to the office. If he gives you a hard time, tell him I sent you to make the report. That'll get him on your side. Poor girl. I don't expect we'll be seeing her here for some time. How'd things go with Officer Endler? I guess that settles it. We have to get the authorities involved before they can go through with the robbery. That Sasha has quite a head on her shoulders. Hope it hasn't gotten her into too much trouble. That's not how I want this handled. Kay's place is the only safe haven in the well. I can't condone violence. Thanks for easing my mind. And you couldn't run to the security office, huh? You just had to take care of it yourself. Well, help yourself to a seat and let me know if I can get you anything. All I ask is you keep your weapons holstered. We don't tolerate violence here. Alrighty. What can I get you?
That's mine. Give it back.
Head out the door and turn left. It's all the way at the end of the street. You can't miss it. The last thing the well needs is more violence. Just do what I asked and take this to Officer Endler. Why don't you do a little sleuthing for me? Maybe you'll have better luck eavesdropping on them than I did.